Good evening and welcome to our continuing coverage of the Times Now ETG exit poll. The numbers are out, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time for the poll of polls that we'll be putting out. And those are the numbers right up on our screen that are coming here. First up, of course, is the ETG Times Now numbers. NDA at 358, India Alliance at 152, others at 33. Next is the Dainik Bhaskar exit poll giving NDA 315, India Alliance at 173 and 55 for others. D Dynamics is the next one, giving 371 to the NDA, 125 to India Alliance, others at 47. India TV CNX giving 386. That's the highest number in this entire tally that's being given to NDA. The closest possible to 400 par, as it were. And of course, the India Alliance here, then subsequently getting 124 seats, 33 for others. The Jan Ki Baat survey gives 375 to the NDA, 153 to the India Alliance, and 15 to others. News Nation has given 360 to NDA. The India Alliance getting 161 there, with 22 to others. Republic Matriz has given 360 to NDA, India Alliance at 125 and 58 to others. The P-Mark survey has given 359 to NDA as well as 154 to the India Alliance and 30 to others. And thereby, this is the final number, the aggregate number, and also perhaps by some yardsticks could be considered the mean. 360 being given that 360, 360, 359 and 358 come and appear about 4 times. The number for the India Alliance is at 146. For others, it's 37. Jay, what do we make of this? Is this a fair assumption that this is how the numbers will finally settle down if all of these exit polls are to be taken into consideration?
Well, going by past experience in 2019, most of them are now within a very close range. Other than Dainik Bhaskar, which is some sort of an outlier, most of them are very much around this range. So I think, yes, 360, it will settle. What it means is the BJP is now becoming some sort of a natural party of governance, which is close to a 2/3 majority every time. Last time was 353. Now it is 360. At 3, if they go 5 seats up there at 365, they will cross the 2/3 mark.
So that's the magic figure for the big constitutional amendments that have been planned, proposed, etc. That's what could potentially make the huge difference.
Yeah, that 365 could potentially is the number. So maybe 400 was the ambitious target, but actually the unsaid number was a 2/3 majority, which would be there at 365.
Very, very significant, because the implications of each of those stages has that much more importance in terms of what can be achieved when it comes to legislations in Parliament, and that's where it all boils down to. But we're going to break this down really in terms of the popularity of the BJP, the popularity of the Prime Minister Modi, and how that is reflected in these numbers, our viewers. Because for the past 2 months, there's been a high-octane election season that we've all witnessed. Finally, we're down to all the number crunching. Polling in the Lok Sabha elections 2024 has ended today, and predictions have since been rolling in. Now, majority of the pollsters, including Times Now ETG survey, have given a clear edge to the BJP, predicting a thumping victory for the NDA. But which are the states which are powering the BJP's numbers? In which states does the BJP appear to be headed to score a clean sweep? And thirdly, how successful has the BJP been in its mission south? Over the next 1 hour, we'll break down all of these aspects for you, giving you detailed projections as per the Times Now ETG survey. Let's go across to our first state that we bring up on our big screen over here. It's Uttarakhand that we're talking about here. We've seen a clean sweep for the NDA, 5 out of 5 for the NDA, India 0, others 0. Let's move across to the next slide as far as this is concerned. We're going across to Madhya Pradesh. Yet again, a state where we are seeing 100% results for the BJP, all 29 seats there going in Madhya Pradesh to the BJP. The next state that we are talking is neighboring Gujarat. Of course, no surprises given that the Prime Minister, the Home Minister all hail from Gujarat, but yet a 100% result, clearly 26 out of 26 as per the ETG Times Now survey going towards the BJP NDA. Next state is Goa, and Goa as well, both the seats in Goa going to the BJP over here. Switching across to the next state that we have over here, we're talking about the National Capital Territory of Delhi. As per the Times Now ETG survey, all 7 seats here going to the BJP. So the Aam Aadmi Party Congress alliance, as far as the India alliance is concerned, not really successful even in 1 seat in the national capital if you go by the ETG Times Now survey. And yet the next state that we are looking at is perhaps politically the most significant state in all of India, not just North India. And this is some indication of how successful the India alliance has been and also how the BJP has been able to counter. For the 3rd successive time, BJP has had a sweep, a landslide as it were, in Uttar Pradesh with 68 of the 80 seats, SP at 11 and others at 1. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are putting forth in terms of the takeaways that we can take from this particular number. In the northern part of India, BJP's popularity, of course, is continuing, and of course, the Prime Minister continuing to enjoy that popularity. The 2nd successful Lok Sabha poll, where the double engine pitch has prevailed. UP win is also going to seal BJP's pole position in the Hindi belt. The next takeaway, a resounding victory for the BJP against the India alliance as well. BJP strike rate dips but remains the dominant party in UP. The SP Congress have improved their performance compared to 2019 as well. The BSP, of course, may play spoiler to either the SP or the Congress, and that perhaps has also played a role. The Ram Leher is prevalent but not a decisive factor, it appears. Labhartis, especially women, have supported the NDA. Of course, Muslims and Yadavs also siding with the India bloc. Let me quickly take this across to Tehseen. Tehseen, a lot of takeaways over here. The number of states, there were a number of people who questioned, how can you be 3rd time lucky with 100% results? That's actually happened on ground if you go by this survey. And big states like UP making a huge difference.
So, Madhav, while I'm not going to get into numbers, and we shouldn't, all the exit polls will give you a pattern. And all the exit polls, by and large, are giving you a pattern in which way it is going. So is the Times Now ETG. So, I mean, we can argue and crib and say that this is not accurate, but fact is the BJP seems to be getting something right. And these numbers in Uttar Pradesh are stunning. What this means, and Jay, you can add to this, is the BSP vote has completely collapsed.
Yeah.
The 19% that the BSP held on to is collapsed. And that vote, that Dalit vote, including the Jata vote, is now shifted decisively to the BJP. So now you've got to think of Prime Minister Modi. He's got a large chunk of the OBC votes, except for the Yadavs. He's got Dalit votes. And he's got his upper caste vote that tend to vote for the BJP now. He's managed this combination brilliantly, whereas the SP and the Congress are stuck with the Muslim and the Yadav vote, and he's managed to do that. Therefore, with these numbers, he's getting 50% plus in most seats.
What's happening is the BSP is expected to reduce down to 8.5% or 9%. That's
Correct.
what most people on the ground say. Now, the first narrative was that all that was getting reduced or taken away from the BSP was going to the SP Congress. That was the first narrative that lots of people we know commonly, gave on the internet. But
particularly with the constitution being changed.
Yes, absolutely. But what these numbers indicate is that what has left the BSP maybe has gone in equal measure to both the sides. And that is what is giving BJP the sweep. Yeah. Had it gone in an unequal measure to the SP Congress alliance, this sort of sweep wouldn't have come.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me ask Dr. Ranganathan a question. Now, you went to Banaras. I was in that same area. One of the things that I found most interesting in this election is that while the supporters of Prime Minister Modi are always vocal about his work when it comes to development, changing the face of the entire region, etc., so on and so forth, this time around was the first time where I saw a lot of people very openly saying, no, unemployment is an issue. This is something that we want the Prime Minister, the BJP, etc. to talk about. So somewhere it appears the narrative of the Congress and SP has sunk in, but it didn't sink in enough for it to change the voting patterns.
No, absolutely, Madhav. First of all, my regret to my countrymen that looks like fascism has won. Fascism ki vijay, bure din aane wale hain. When will we understand that you can fool some of the people some of the time? You can't fool all of the people all of the time. You could have fooled people in 2014, yes, but in 2019, you came up even better. In 2024, you've done even better. Why is this happening? And I put to you this happening because of 2 reasons. One, all these caste combinations, Yadav, Jatav, Dalit, is out of the window now. People are voting pro-incumbency because they are not voting emotionally. They are voting on the basis of delivery. It doesn't matter whatever caste or class you come from. If you have been given things that are yours and you're prospering on that, you will vote accordingly. And number 2, which is very important, trust. Now you tell me which family normally poor family wouldn't have liked 1 lakh rupees straight up into her account. And yet, people of India just didn't trust Rahul Gandhi. Which family would have said that, look, jitni abadi utna haq, 80% hame paise milne wale, hum ameer hone wale hain. They didn't trust him. You know why? Because people are no longer willing to accept being given fish. They want to be taught how to catch fish. That's the difference.
Okay.
So
Okay.
unless or until Congress recognizes that, it is never going to.
Because he doesn't teach you either to fish, he's only giving you carbohydrates, rice and wheat, and therefore he's actually not done anything for employment, which is what Madhav said, that employment was a serious problem. But I think I'll just add one line to this. I think the problem was, and where the opposition, if these numbers are true, has lost the narrative, and again, Anand, feel free to pitch in, they accepted there is a problem of unemployment, Agniveer, but they didn't want anyone else but the BJP to fix.
Okay, I want Faizan to come in now. Faizan, Kidwai, of course, is spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. You respond to what Dr. Ranganathan is saying, because Dr. Ranganathan seems to suggest that there is, something in terms of delivery that has really clicked on ground, and that's why you see for a third time round people voting pro-incumbency. It's a change, and if this does happen, of course, we know the Prime Minister would be the first Prime Minister to be re-elected in recent several decades for the third time.
First of all, good evening to all the fellow panelists here. See, I don't take these exit polls too seriously. One should take it with a pinch of salt. These are just like an idea of what exactly could happen. But at the same time, as Mr. Ranganathan was pointed out, and a lot of people are saying that BJP is going to win again with a thumping majority. Let me just tell you that exactly is not the case. There are different exit polls. One of them, I'll quote you, it's of TV9, which says in Maharashtra, NDA is getting 22 and India is getting 26, which is very different from most of the polls, exit polls, which we see.
They're broadly on similar lines. I think about 2-3 numbers here or there. They're broadly on the same lines. The question to you then, Faizan, is that all of these exit polls are wrong, because most of them, many of them, of course, are giving slightly lesser than 360.
Madhav,
would you say that every exit poll has got it wrong?
No, I'm just telling you, Madhav, that, see, first of all, there's one individual called Mr. Sanjay Kumar. He's an eminent election observer. He's also a professor at CSDS. He says that these exit polls should not be taken seriously. There's a difference between real exit polls and estimate polls.
But do you know how much Sanjay Kumar has given to BJP? Do you know how much Sanjay Kumar has given to the BJP? He's given 272 to the BJP alone, sir. So therefore, what is the argument that you are making? If he is himself giving 272...
I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you an example. This is what he said. So he might have done this maybe under some pressure. I don't know. So as we all know, if a government which pressurizes all the organizations, either it be ED, CBI, they would easily do that to a private entity so that they could somehow pressurize.
Are you pressurizing Sanjay Kumar?
With the opposition.
Direct question to you, coming in from the SP spokesperson.
I have never seen such uniformity in the exit polls. Such overwhelming numbers being given to BJP, and, they can't be wrong. When it comes to Sanjay Kumar, I was there with him in one of the debates, and, he said, "Is baar Janta chunav lad rahi," and I had to tell him this is what Rahul Gandhi might say. As a cephalologist, you should not be telling this. But the point is, if these numbers are correct, and I believe they will be correct, this is a mandate for the next 10 years. Imagine the new geographical regions we are breaking into. Bengal, Orissa, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. So imagine in 2029, this would be the main, or this would be a huge catchment area. And I think, this is a mandate for the next 10 years. But more importantly, this is a pro-incumbency mandate against a corrupt and nepotistic opposition. I think that's how the entire thing has turned around. In the last 10 years, you had an anti-incumbency vote against a sitting government. Now there is a pro-incumbency vote against a corrupt opposition.
All right.
And I think, this opposition should read the signal. They should respect the court. They should not, And finally, one very important point. For the last 3 months, they have been saying that this is a fight to save the democracy. I think they should accept that the country believes that the way to save the democracy is by decimating.
All right, let me quickly bring in
opposition.
our next state. It's a big state, of course, it's Karnataka that we're talking about. In Karnataka, many had predicted that BJP could suffer losses given that there's been a newly elected Congress government over there. But that doesn't appear to be the case on ground. The Times Now ETG survey has shown that BJP has very much maintained its hold on the key southern state. And let's take a quick look at the numbers over here. 23 for the BJP, Congress getting 5, and that's the number coming in as far as Karnataka is concerned. This is, of course, the total seat share projection over here. Quick look at the takeaways that are coming out from the Karnataka results that we're looking at the moment. The Congress has gained at the cost of the JDS, of course, is one aspect that we're looking at. The next aspect is that BJP has lost seats compared to 2019 marginally. The BJP recovers from assembly debacle, of course. At the same time, the next takeaway, of course, that we're looking at. All right, let's quickly take this across. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, with both Siddaramaiah, DK Shivkumar in place, and of course a little help from Prajwal Ravanna, none of that has actually helped in Karnataka.
No, Prajwal Ravanna did not help at all, because after his elections only the entire scandals came out. But
after the first phase. Second phase voting happened much after the scandal came out. Even the SIT was formed by then.
Yeah, Madhav, the exit poll that you are showing out here, though I seek my right to disagree with the entire polling that you have done out here, we can always question me on the 4th of this month, just 2 days
What are the
left.
numbers according to you?
No, I don't go into speculation, but few things that I wanted to point out here is that, number one, in 2019, BJP won around 40 seats with a very little margin of around 5%. These are the marginal seats. That despite BJP, the Modi wave being there, despite the Pulwama being there, despite the Balakot being there, a sentiment, because you know in Indian elections, two most important factors is the perception and the emotions. That worked in 2019, and 40 seats that the BJP won out of 303 were the marginal seats.
Are you saying there's no perception or emotion issues in this election?
No, wait. Now I'm coming to the second point out here. You see, after the first 1-2 phases, when BJP started on a developmental agenda, that Aapki Baar 400 par and all these things, they come out. From the third phase itself, the shrill went communal.
Okay. It's polarizing issues that work. Okay, yeah.
Let me just finish.
Quickly wrap up your point.
Basically, starting from Mangal Sutra to starting to the Machli and all these things, mutton, Muslim, anything. Mujra, ending with Mujra. So this is not the shrill of a 400 plus government.
This is a sign of desperation. You're trying to polarize. That's been the attempt in this election after the third phase. That's his charge. Respond to it.
The only sign of desperation I can think of is, the opposition having a closed door meeting today and suddenly coming out and saying we're winning 295 seats. Can they spell out which states are the seats coming from? Which party is winning how much out of those 295? So that is the ultimate sign of the desperation. But Kamruji was just mentioning that 40 seats, we won 40 seats by 5% margin.
Okay.
You are talking about 40 seats in 2019, which we won by 5% margin. But fact
Do you
is,
deny the fact?
Allow me to complete. No, fact is that we won a record 224 seats with over 50% vote share. So, that kind of a conclusive victory in 2019 makes the 40 seats irrelevant.
You win some seats because Rahul Gandhi won with 72% margin. Sonia Gandhi also won with a high margin. It doesn't factor in elections of this close.
Okay. Dr. Nathan.
40 seats are marginal. How many seats are marginal here?
Okay, that's a subject of a longer debate. Dr. Nathan, please. What's marginal and what's functional, we will decide.
Let's not go about marginal. It is always first past the post system. In 2019, out of 52 seats, Congress, 20 seats were also won by just 5% margin. So let's not go according to that. The point I'm trying to make out here is, and here if I may disagree a little with my good friend Tuhin as well, pro-incumbency vote means it is not against even the opposition. It is for Modi. Let's accept it. Let us give credit to 1 billion people, our countrymen, that for 10 years, 3 elections, they've trusted one man. I mean, what's wrong with that? I don't understand that. That is and unless you accept that, this country can never be united. So my thing is, accept it.
Can the country be united with Mujra, with Mangal?
Now,
I'm asking. No. I'm asking you.
Yes.
Does it? Congratulations if the Prime Minister's won. Does it behove the Prime Minister, the greatest country in the world, third term, to be using words like Mujra?
Okay.
That's the question. Answer that. Is that not polarization? And be honest with me.
No,
You know what he was doing.
No, 1 second. No, this is the classic mountain out of a molehill.
Classic mountain.
Okay.
He then lies. It's not for Muslims. He then lies.
Please.
Okay. We've seen.
Let me finish. He asked me a question.
Just 10 seconds.
Okay.
Accept the fact
Okay. Let Dr. Ranganathan respond.
cannot win.
Let Dr.
without
Ranganathan respond.
galvanizing the
He's responding to what Tehseen said. Yeah,
See,
quick response.
The electorate need not have gone against the opposition party per se, because the opposition itself was divided. You were fighting TMC cats and dogs.
That's not the question.
Shall I give you the statements that Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary made?
That's not the question.
The question that you asked me was, should Prime Minister use Mangal Sutra? Now I'll tell you. Let me answer it. Please ask me a question. Let me answer it. Okay. When the so-called leader of the whole India alliance, so-called leader, Rahul Gandhi, says he will conduct a wealth survey, right? And then next step would be redistribution of wealth.
Yes.
How does the Prime Minister convey this catastrophic event perceived to happen?
That's the argument. That's the argument of BJP. I want to come back to Karnataka. One second. We're going straight by straight. Tehseen, please. Tehseen, one second. No. I have to allow me. I want Jay to come in on this. Jay, I want you to come in on this aspect of what has happened in Karnataka. Now, it's not the first time that we've seen the BJP getting a massive mandate from Karnataka. Over the past few decades, we've seen similar results. So, what has happened in the past, for instance, even when Siddaramaiah was earlier the chief minister also, BJP has managed to do well. How does that happen? How does that manifest? Because, is it because of the Prime Minister? Is it because of the work that the BJP has done? Because of the ideological work in the coastal, maybe North Karnataka region? What really explains this?
I think Karnataka is a very unique combination, where first there are certain urban pockets that are as steadfastly loyal to the BJP as urban pockets in Maharashtra and Gujarat. These are pockets in Bangalore, Belgaum, Hubli, Dharwad. Then there is an ideologically committed region which is coastal Karnataka. Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, Uttar Kannada, Kodagu, which is closer to Mysore, which is like it's ideological bulwark of BJP. They're all going to go with the BJP. And I think the third thing what the BJP has perfected is, in Karnataka, rotation of local leaders. So Ramesh Jigjinagi, okay, he will go. One person from the Jolle family will come, another person from the Jolle family will go.
So the mini family enterprises across the state.
And the BJP has perfected the art of tiding around anti-incumbency by doing musical chairs between them.
Right.
A combination of these three, musical chairs between local satraps. In Ballari, one time a Lard family, another time a Sriramulu, another time a Reddy. That entire musical chairs, plus the urban stronghold and the ideological bulwark of coastal.
Interesting. Very interesting. When you analyze it over the years, that's actually what's happened. But let's quickly switch focus to the next set of states that we're looking at. This is the next big state that we're talking about. We're talking about West Bengal. BJP here at 21, TMC at 20, Congress at 1, others at 0. This is huge because here the BJP appears to have overtaken the TMC in sheer number of seats as far as West Bengal is concerned. Quick look at the takeaways now that we have coming in from West Bengal. For the first time, that the BJP is the single largest party in the state of West Bengal. Of course, the next is the highest vote share. BJP appears to be in pole position in the state. From 18 in 2090, BJP increases tally to 20 to 22. TMC versus Congress or TMC versus left might have hurt the TMC, but it's helped the BJP. The BJP dominates in North Bengal, but TMC holds South. Sandesh Khali and scams seem to have hurt the prospects of the TMC, and by losing to BJP, Mamta loses her bargaining chip as well. TMC still holds sway over a section of the SC votes. A large proportion of Muslim votes goes to the TMC. All right, we have Mr. Shantanu Sen, spokesperson of the TMC, joining us, Member of Parliament at the moment. Shantanu Sen, what do you make of these numbers? It appears from the survey, from the exit poll, that the BJP has indeed overtaken the TMC in terms of not just the number of seats, but also perhaps the vote share.
Well, let me correct you that I am the immediate past member of parliament because I have completed my tenure.
All right, apologies for that.
Trinamool Congress believes in people's poll, not in opinion poll. Let me cite you an example in 2021, when Trinamool Congress came into power with thumping majority with a seat of 213 out of 294. One particular channel, one particular TV channel, which has given BJP 23 seats this time, they gave Trinamool Congress 152 at that point of time. Even there was another another famous news channel which has given Trinamool Congress only 64, but in reality we got 213. Because people of Bengal, they know that they are in a mood to receive the pro-people Trinamool Congress, and they are in a mood to oust the anti-people, anti-women, anti-federal, anti-farmer, anti-democratic, this whimsical political party that is, and which is the anti-Bengal political party, that is Bharatiya Janata Party. Because in 2019 they got some seats with the help of CPIM votes, and since last 5 years people of Bengal, they have witnessed, instead of doing something.
But let me ask you, sir, let me ask you, is not going with the Congress and the left hurt the TMC in this election? Pointed question, because that's what appears to be the big takeaway. Perhaps the anti-BJP vote would not have splintered in this fashion as appears to be from these exit poll results.
Once again I repeat, we do not believe in this exit poll. We have enough faith on the people, because in the early days also and in the earlier elections also, people have proved that they are 2000% with Trinamool Congress, because they are believing in pro-developmental.
No, but I want a quick response from Tuhin on that. Tuhin?
And they are
I also feel the exit polls have played it safe when it comes to Bengal, because with a 5% vote share difference, which is expected between the BJP and TMC, the BJP is likely to get at least 25 seats. The legacy of violence which Mamata Banerjee has created in Bengal, be it Sandesh Kali, be it in fact, the violence which has taken place during the polls, all of that has created all of that has created enormous hatred for the TMC, and I think people of Bengal are yearning for a change. Which
Tausif Ahmed Khan, would you like to respond to that?
Madhav, you see the reason why these projections cannot be trusted for Bengal is that BJP has not been able to break this propaganda, if Tuhin would like to say it, that BJP is basically an outsider in Bengal. There's a linguistic barrier they have not been able to break. I'll give you an example. In Asansol, the candidate himself admits where on the last time they had a lead of 2.5 lakh. They are saying that we will win this time with a lead of 50,000. So that shows that BJP is nowhere. Who is the BJP leader from Bengal? It is a turncoat of Trinamool, Subhendu Adhikari. Right. They do not have any workers, any ground force for BJP. Only with Narendra Modi's face, they expect.
I want to respond to that.
The honorable MP and my friend out here, Tosir.
Honorable former MP, before he corrects you also.
Yeah, the story of Bengal is completely twisted out here. It's only the arrogance of the TMC Supremo that has led to this result, if it is true.
Shantanu Sen.
I am not here to sing arrogance of anybody out here. It doesn't matter whether Mamata Banerjee comes in alliance with us or not, but we offered her, please come sit across the table and let us find a solution for seat sharing.
Dr. Shantanu Sen, respond to Kamruzaman Chaudhary. He says it's the arrogance of your party's leaders that has cost the TMC in this election. Please respond to that pointed question.
I have 4 sentences, and if anyone is talking about getting 25 seats, he or she seems to be a big daydreamer, number 1. My other colleague was talking about Sandesh Kali. This Sandesh Kali has proved that for petty political interest, BJP can play with the prestige and honor of women even at the cost of only 2,000 rupees. So far the violence is concerned, as per National Crime Record Bureau, West Bengal happens to be safer state than many BJP ruled states. And in this election, in last 7 phases, even the BJP candidates, they admitted that the election was free and fair. And I do believe on 4th of June, when they will be getting defeated miserably.
All right. Thanks so much, Dr. Sen, for joining us. In fact, I'd like to thank Faizan as well. We're going to move on to the next part of this particular discussion, because it's not just in Karnataka, but the other southern states which have also come out with very interesting results as far as this Lok Sabha election are concerned. And to talk about specifically what's happening in Telangana, what's happening in Karnataka, and what's possibly happening in Kerala as well for the first time. We have with us Arvind Dharmapuri, Member of Parliament of the BJP, V. Muralidharan, Minister of State in the Government of India, is joining us, as well as Basavaraj Bommai, former Karnataka Chief Minister. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this evening. Arvind Dharmapuri, first question to you is that first and foremost, sir, you're one of the only 4 BJP leaders who won the Lok Sabha seats in Telangana last time round. What's your expectation this time? How many out of the 17 will come for the BJP? Because the exit polls are predicting fairly good numbers for the BJP in that state.
A much stronger Modi wave compared to 2019 in 2024. We can expect the vote share also to double, somewhere around 35% this time in Telangana. So my expectations from Telangana for Bharatiya Janata Party will be about 10 seats, in double digits, please.
Right, all right. Let's take this question across to Mr. Muralidharan as well. Mr. Muralidharan, Times Now exit poll has predicted 1 seat for the BJP. It will create history in Kerala, is what the exit poll says. What do you attribute this to?
So I'm definitely happy that the exit poll surveys have predicted a seat for BJP in Kerala. This will be a historic verdict, and it also expresses the deep anger that the people of Kerala are expressing against the present ruling regime of Kerala.
All right, and Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, in the 2023 Karnataka Assembly election, Congress got a majority with 136 seats, but this win doesn't look like it's going to be replicated in the Lok Sabha polls. Congress seems to be getting fewer seats despite its 5 guarantees. Is the anti-incumbency factor already playing out against the Congress government in Karnataka in just 1 year?
Yeah, it is not only anti-incumbency, it is totally, the verdict is against the entire misrule of Congress, wherein the law and order has failed, atrocity on women have increased, corruption has risen, and all these guarantees have been half-baked. They have not reached the people properly, and there is totally maladministration and infighting. So all this put together, people have become frustrated within 12 months of their misrule. That's how the anger is shown in this Lok Sabha election, plus a pro-incumbency towards our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has culminated in a very big vote share in Karnataka towards BJP.
Arvind Dharmapuri, let me ask you, you're face-to-face with the Congress in the state of Telangana. The BRS in this particular Lok Sabha election doesn't appear to be doing very well. But what do you believe gives you the edge in this election?
See, we all respect him being a senior leader, but when we are on the field, it is a war zone. And especially when we have brand Modi to market, and this is a national election, the issues are different. And even Congress, in my parliament segment, the number of votes Congress polled in assembly elections, Bharatiya Janata Party more or less polled the same. So BJP as a party is equally strong to Congress in my parliament. Now that it's a national election, Congress won't be near us. It will be a distant second place for Congress.
Mr. Muralidharan, the India Bloc is now saying that they're going to get 295 seats. Is that a realistic assumption that one can make given what we've seen in the exit polls?
It is only I would say it is a laughable claim, especially after they came to a conclusion that they are not going to come to power and decided not to attend the discussions on exit polls. Now, after that, they made a U-turn and decided that they should make a statement that they are going to get majority. I am sure that when the results come, they will not reach even half of that.
And Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, last question to you, sir, that Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra has spent a lot of time, particularly in south of India, of which 21 days were in Karnataka. But now as the exit poll data shows that the Congress hasn't been able to perform to perhaps the expectations in that particular state. What do you think of the impact that Rahul's Yatra has had in southern states, particularly in Karnataka?
See, look here, people of Karnataka has never taken Rahul Gandhi seriously. he might work 21 days or 200 days. They have not taken him seriously. Last time it was the false propaganda and the guarantees which they have shown had given them some votes. Rahul Gandhi was not a factor then, and Rahul Gandhi is not a factor of a serious consideration in Karnataka even today.
All right, Mr. Bombay, Mr. Muralidharan, as well as Arvind Dhanpuri, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us and sharing with us your perspective. We're now moving on and taking a look at the actual numbers and how does it play out in the other states of the south. We've already shown you Karnataka, and this is the first state that we're discussing. We're discussing Telangana over here. BJP at 9, Congress at 7, others at 1. Very interesting to see that the BJP's best ever performance perhaps in the Lok Sabha, if these numbers are to be anything to go by. Let's also move on to Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, of course, numbers are up on our screen in just a second over here. This is the YSRCP at 14 and the BJP alliance, the NDA, that is the BJP plus TDP at 11. Now, this is very interesting because of this total of 25 seats, the YSRCP has been given the edge over here in the ETG Times Now exit poll as well. Very, very interesting set of numbers that we're seeing on the screen. And in fact, let me open this up and introduce some of our panelists who are coming in from outside of our studio. We have with us Pattabhiram Komareddy, national spokesperson of the TDP. We also have Chunduru Sundaram Sharma, who is in fact the national spokesperson of the YSRCP. Mahesh Bigala, leader of the BRS, is joining us. With us also from the DMK is Dr. Syed Hafiz. Koe Satyan is spokesperson of the AIDMK. Let me begin by asking Pattabhiram Komareddy, sir, how do you look at the numbers of Andhra Pradesh? Because here it appears that the BJP alliance with the TDP has not worked out on ground. Your response to these numbers?
Yeah, Madhav, good evening. I'm sorry, I completely disagree with these numbers. Our assumption is that we are going to win a minimum of 20 Lok Sabha seats in Andhra Pradesh, the alliance of BJP, Janasena and TDP. So that is what we are expecting. So the numbers which you are showing are not at all agreeable. And
why? Give us the specific reasons. What issues have worked, not worked on ground?
The people in Andhra Pradesh from the past 5 years have been suffering so badly in the hands of this tyrant called Jagan Reddy. He had completely destroyed the brand image of Andhra Pradesh.
Let's keep our language civil, please. Let's keep our language parliamentary. That's my request to all panelists, not to any one specific panelist. But let me get in a word from the YSRCP spokesperson, Chunduru Sundaram Sharma. Your response, because he says that there's a lot of anti-incumbency due to the rule of the YSRCP. Your response, Mr. Sharma?
See, actually, there is no anti-incumbency in Andhra Pradesh. Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy has made an excellent governance in Andhra Pradesh. He has fulfilled 99% of his manifesto, what he promised in 2019 elections, and especially the welfare schemes and development of Andhra Pradesh, like educational institutions, health sector, ports and airports, all this development and welfare. It has reached to the people. It has reached to the doorstep of the people. That is going to be the victory. That is going to be the main achievement of this government.
Okay.
And another thing, first, that parliament seats, what you have projected, 14 and 11, I don't agree with that. Because I remember, even the last time also in 2019, you projected 18 to YSRCP and 7 to TDP. But lastly, it has changed to 22.
Okay.
Like that, this time also definitely YSRCP reached to 22 to 23.
Very interesting. Both political rivals disagree with the Times Now ETG survey. But let me quickly bring in Tehseen on the numbers that are coming in from Telangana. Tehseen, it appears that for the Congress, which swept to power in Telangana just about 8 to 9 months ago, there's been a huge reversal of fortunes. The BJP appears to be surging ahead of the Congress. What explains this?
I don't agree on two numbers. I agree the broad perspective of the exit polls, but two numbers I don't agree with is Telangana and Karnataka, and I don't see how these numbers can be this way. But having said that, even if the BJP is at the position where it is, you have to understand that last time, I think the BJP, how many MLAs did the BJP have last time? One.
Telangana.
Yeah, Telangana last time.
But
4 MPs.
4 MPs.
For one MLA.
4 MLA.
One MLA. And despite that, there are 4 MPs, which means that the Prime Minister personally brings in that vote. Now with 9 out there, with 9 MPs, what the BJP has gained is in 3 states, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Telangana, it started to make its way.
JVC, what explains this? What explains what's happening on ground in Telangana? Just few months after victory, how can things turn so drastically?
I think, Madhav, if you give me a couple of minutes, I can explain. The 2023 victory by the Congress in Telangana was not a victory by design, was a victory by default. What do I mean by saying what I am saying? It is that there was an heavy anger against BRS government.
Which is again manifested. Which is again manifested.
Exactly. And now, who is best equipped to beat BRS? Because Congress has got a presence across all the districts. BJP has got no presence in Khammam, Nalgonda and all those places, Warangal. As a result of which, people chose to vote for Congress, not to have a Congress government, but to ensure that KCR is defeated, number one.
Okay.
And you look at Hyderabad, the way Hyderabad Rangareddy district voted. Rangareddy did not elect a single Congress legislator because the narrative was if Congress comes back, power problem, water problem, all those things. So BJP today has got what has happened. There was a huge Modi wave coupled with Akshat wave. Basically Ram Mandir.
Okay. I want to bring in Mahesh Bigala. Mahesh Bigala, what has happened after 10 years? Sorry?
Is this one MIM or is this...
Most likely the MIM. That's what I understand. I don't have an exact confirmation for you, so I can't confirm it on record. But I can understand, from what I understand, it is the MIM. But I want to bring in Mahesh Bigala. Mahesh Bigala, what's happened? The BRS losing out after 10 years of incumbency in first the state and now even at the level of the Lok Sabha election. I think we lost that line there with Mahesh Bigala. All right, let's bring the next set of states on our screen over here. We have, of course, the next state coming up is Tamil Nadu. I understand Tamil Nadu, we have 34 for the DMK, 3 for the BJP, AIDMK at 2 and others at 0. Let me get in a quick word from the AIDMK spokesperson. Of course, we have Kovai Satyan with us. Kovai Satyan, 2 is the number for AIDMK. What explains this, Kovai Satyan?
You have to appreciate the generosity of this survey. And at the other side, I am too saddened by the results. Why they've given so less numbers for BJP? They could have given 500 out of 543, right? 10% of the seats have gone for election today, 57 seats. And you are come out with a survey which took place in 7 stages.
That's how it always happens, sir. The exit poll always happens on the last date of poll.
Mother, let me finish. Please, 30 seconds, not more than that. God knows what is the research methodology, what is the sample size. Anybody who understands the dynamics of Tamil Nadu politics will know that Tamil Nadu
4 lakh plus is the sample size, sir. I can inform you about that. But let me quickly get a response from Dr. Syed Hafiz. Dr. Syed Hafiz, the BJP NDA alliance appears to be opening its account in Tamil Nadu. If we are to go by this, it's 3 for the BJP as well as the allies. Does that worry the DMK?
No, absolutely not. I would always we usually disagree with Kovai Satyan, but today I think we should agree with Kovai Satyan on this point. I think, people who had been in Tamil Nadu for quite some time, we know this election was predominantly bipolar election between the ADMK and the DMK. To the extent some data is giving just half, 50% of what the BJP is getting. Somebody says that BJP or BJP alliance is getting 31% of the vote, whereas ADMK is getting 16% of the vote. And there's absolute discrepancy between different polling agencies to the extent that the least that the DMK is getting is 26 in one channel and the least the DMK is getting 37 in one channel. Just because the polls favors the DMK, we cannot go by that. We are convinced that our performance is being
all right, you don't want to go by a poll that's favoring you. That's the first, I think, for any political party. Interesting.
BJP is not getting 3 in Tamil Nadu. In fact,
NDA getting 3 is what we are saying.
The BJP president of Tamil Nadu.
PMK is a strong party. They have strong allies.
BJP president Tamil Nadu is also losing these.
All right, we'll have to wrap it.
You don't go to the ground. You come on a media and say, okay.
I don't like you raising your voice.
See, the point is my voice. I am talking to you. I am talking to you, Teshin. I'm not shouting at you. Okay?
One by one.
I am raising my voice so that everybody hears very clearly, loud and clear. I have a sample size of exit poll at Coimbatore, 6,000 sample size.
Perfect.
Okay. My exit poll shows 4.83% lead for Annamalai.
Perfect.
Point number one. Now what you have seen today, Madhav, is the trailer. What you have seen today is the trailer.
Okay.
ADMK is not an alternative to DMK.
Okay.
It is another DMK.
All
they
right.
are alliance partners. They call themselves as Bengalis.
All
Their
right.
only thing was to defeat BJP, which is not going to happen.
All right. Will that happen?
ADMK
Won't that happen?
will
We'll know
remain
for
extinct.
sure on the 4th of June. Tuin Sinha, JVC Sriram, Tehseen Poonawala, Saeed Hafiz, Kovai Satyan, Pattabhiram Komareddy, Chundu Sundaram Sharma, Mahesh Bigala, as well as Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this evening. A lot to break down over the next 48 hours. We'll be bringing you a lot of data, a lot of analysis as to what are the patterns that are emerging from this exit poll. Do join us tomorrow and day after as well for more deep dive analysis into these numbers.